I will make the fight against al-Qaeda and the Taliban the top priority that it should be. This is a war we have to win.
Win. Got to win. And the opposite of winning is not an option.
So losing is not an option.
Losing is not an option when it comes to al-Qaeda, and it never has been.
Now, remember the way the left condemned the last winning strategy, which was the winning strategy in Iraq known as the surge.
They will try to seal up Sadr City and other parts of Baghdad in which the civil war is worst. Mr. Bush did not mention that while our people are trying to do that, the factions in the civil war will no longer have to focus on killing each other, but rather they can focus anew on killing our people. Because last night the president foolishly all but announced that we will be sending those 21,500 poor souls over, but no more after that. And if the whole thing fizzles out, we're going home. The plan fails militarily, the plan fails symbolically, the plan fails politically.
The observation failed because the plan worked. But that doesn't stop a bathtub boy or the like-minded on the left.
Unless you are utterly convinced, willing to bet American lives on it, that the military understands the clock is running, the check is not blank, and the Pentagon will go to sleep when you tell it to, even though the Pentagon is a bunch of perpetually 12-year-old boys desperate to stay up as late as possible by any means necessary.
What?
Unless you're sure of all that, get out now.
Get out now. That was last night from Bathtub Boy. He doesn't remember 2007,
when he was so wrong.
When he was so desperately wrong.
Mr. Bush, this is madness. You have lost the military. You have lost the Congress to the Democrats. You have lost most of the Iraqis. You have lost many of the Republicans. You have lost our allies in this. You are losing the credibility not just of your presidency, sir, but more importantly, of your office itself.
Now that was about the surge in Iraq. The same brilliant advice, wrong then, is being given again wrong now.
If you liked Iraq, you'll love Afghanistan with 35,000 more troops, complete with the new wrinkles straight from the minder-binder lingo of Joseph Heller's Catch-22. President Obama will be presenting an exit strategy for Afghanistan, the exit strategy that begins by entering still further. Lose to win, sink to swim, escalate to disengage. And even this disconnect of fundamental logic is predicated on the assumption that once the extra troops go in, when the president says, okay, time for adult swim, generals, time to get out of the pool and bring the troops with you, that the Pentagon is just going to say, yeppers. The Pentagon, often to our eternal relief, but just as often, sadly, to our eternal regret, is in the war business.
Yeah?
Hello.
What a shocking revelation on Bathtub Boy's show last night. The Pentagon is in the business of war. It's in the business of winning wars, not losing wars. Bathtub Boy was sure Bush was wrong.
And most imperatively, you are guaranteeing that more American troops will be losing their lives and more families their loved ones. You are guaranteeing that. This becomes your legacy, sir. How many of those you addressed last night as your fellow citizens you just sent to their deaths?
Oh.
And for what, Mr. Bush?
To win?
So that the next president has to pull the survivors out of Iraq instead of you?
Didn't work out that way, did it?
No, it didn't work out that way. What are the troops in Iraq doing right now?
Dancing.
Yeah, they're literally taking salsa classes on the base and joining book clubs.
Because they won.
Because they won, and they can stand down. And by the way, the major oil companies are in Iraq making deals. That oil's going to flow, baby, which is a good idea. And yet, this same awful advice, actually,
from this traitor,
not advice, orders from this sportscaster who is allowed to become a political commentator, to the everlasting shame of NBC News, is now ordering President Obama around.
You know this, Mr. President. We cannot afford this war. And those of us who have watched these first 9 months trust both your judgment and the fact that you know this, Mr. President. Unless you are exactly right, we cannot afford this war.
One could make a case we cannot afford to not wage this war. Of course, you'd have to have some sense. You'd have to be thinking. You'd have to be not quite out of your mind, which a certain party is. Greg on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Hey, Greg.
Yeah, Olbermann's a sportscaster, and Joe the Plumber's a plumber, and he speaks for the Republican Party, but that's another story.
You're hilarious.
Yeah, that's right.
He speaks Joe the Plumber.
Joe the Plumber, Joe the Plumber, Joe the Plumber.
He's been on many tours for the Republican Party. But anyway.
Do we have Joe the Plumber on this show ever?
What's that?
Did we? We had him on, Christine?
Yes, we did a couple times.
And we had Sarah Palin on, right?
Okay, you have nothing.
We did.
Yeah.
you have-
Okay.
Right, you have nothing to beat me with, so now you're trying to, not let me talk.
Well, no, I can beat you. Go ahead. Open your
you
big
can't.
mouth to give me a
Right,
target.
Joe the Plumber speaks for the Republican Party.
Yeah, well,
it's not important for him to say.
when you've got your mouth open, we can see what is rising up to discolor your eyes brown.
the truth, right, sir. You can't handle the truth. I understand that.
Go ahead. I want to
Okay,
hear your
Bush-
version of truth.
Okay, Bush. No, that's the truth. Bush had 8 years to settle this. He didn't do anything.
They
to
did
win.
settle it. It was
No, he
settled.
didn't.
Hey, listen, we completely wiped out Al Qaeda in Afghanistan. They ran to Iraq. We went there and wiped them out there. They ran back to Afghanistan. We noticed them showing up again. He started flying predators
your
around,
version.
shooting them. He told Obama what to do, and Obama is doing it. What's your problem?
Okay, that's your version.
No, it's the history.
Do you know
It's
the
not.
drug trade?
Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but you're not entitled to a separate set of facts. Those
Okay.
are the facts.
Okay, we'll say that's a fact. You don't have to scream. We'll say that's your facts, okay? I'll tell you my facts.
I want to hear your facts.
The drug trade.
The alternative world of Greg.
The drug trade has, since Bush went over there and so-called secured it, which we went over there too, was to secure Iraq and Afghanistan and to control the drug trade. It's
No,
Going through the roof.
No, but
going
don't
through
throw
the
the end that control the drug trade in there. That was never part of the deal.
okay. Hey, listen. Hey, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Speak, genius.
Okay, I am. Thank you for that compliment, sir.
It wasn't.
Okay.
Hello.
All right.
Testing.
Hello?
Testing.
Hello?
Yeah,
Testing.
listen,
Are you
listen.
there?
Testing. Hello.
Afghanistan, and as far as the Taliban and Al Qaeda,
Uh-huh.
if they were controlled, why are we still over there? Why? You said they ran from Iraq to Afghanistan.
You notice everything's under control in Iraq, right?
Right, you said it.
No, you notice that, don't you?
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not.
not.
Oh, what?
No, it's not,
what
sir.
have you seen out of Iraq lately?
They don't even have. Okay.
Okay,
have I
what?
seen out of Iraq? There's nothing going on in Iraq.
Thank
okay,
you.
for what you're saying.
Thank
you.
you.
Know why?
Thank you.
Because
We won.
when we go there,
Because we won.
We stir up the trouble. We pay off
Because
to
we
Al-Qaeda.
won.
We pay off to Al Qaeda and the Taliban to fight. We pay them. You better check your facts.
You're a
They are
genius.
paid. I know. You better check your facts. that
By
they
the
are
way,
paid.
genius, what part of the National Security Agency do you occupy?
Listen, when
Barroom stool.
when Bin Laden, the photos, those famous photos from the Republican and George Bush, they paid those guys to
Get the
show
wings.
picture because he had nobody following him. You're just a talking head, just like the rest of the Republicans and the Democrats.
What have I got on the
They're
phone
all-
but
they're
a
getting
mouth
paid.
flapping talking head who's completely ignorant of anything that resembles a fact?
You're getting paid.
Are you
to be stupid.
driving, by the way?
You're getting paid to be stupid.
You should watch the road.
You know.
Are you a Republican or a Democrat?
Republican.
You're a Republican?
Yeah.
Even then, Lil Gibby felt that internal pull towards the right.
What's wrong with Democrats?
Tammy.
Aww.
You're listening to John Gibson.